Welcome to Reboot Body AI.
Welcome to your daily dose of biohacking and wellness information, proudly brought to you by Reboot Body. Okay, before we dive in, just a quick heads up. The information we're about to cover is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. This content isn't meant to diagnose, treat, or cure anything. Please always consult your doctor or another qualified healthcare professional before you make any changes to your health routine or start a new supplement. All right, let's talk about supplements. You probably have a few sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, right? You take them to get healthier, to perform better, to feel more energized. But what if a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them, have nothing inside but empty promises? To really get a sense of what's at stake here, let's just start with a number. $64 billion. That's the size of the U.S. dietary supplement market in 2024. It's a massive industry. And as you're about to see, the entire thing is built on a system that relies almost completely on trust. And here's the problem with that trust. It's a huge gamble. We're stepping into what many people call the Wild West of wellness, where the rules are, well, a little different than you might think. So how did we get here? It all goes back to a single law from 1994, the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act, or DSHEA for short. Now, this is the key. This law created a whole special category just for supplements, which means they get regulated a lot more like food than they do like pharmaceutical drugs. And the difference is just, it's night and day. Look at this. For a drug to hit the market, a company has to prove to the FDA that it's safe and effective. That's before it can be sold. That's pre-market approval. For supplements, nope, no pre-market approval. The manufacturer is basically on the honor system to make sure it's safe. The FDA's role is almost entirely reactive. They usually only show up after a product has already hurt somebody. I love this analogy one source used. It's like having a highway system where we just trust car companies to tell us if their cars have brakes, and the police only pull someone over after they've already crashed. It's a system that's designed to react to disaster, not prevent it. So what's the real cost of this broken trust? What does this regulation gap actually mean for you? Well, it really boils down to two huge problems. You're either wasting your hard-earned money, or you could be actively risking your health. Let's start with the money. A pretty eye-opening study from 2023 looked at 57 popular botanical sports supplements. The results were just, wow. Nearly 90% of them were inaccurately labeled. 90. And if you dig into that same study, it gets even crazier. A full 40% of the products they tested didn't have any detectable amount of the main ingredient they were advertising. You are literally paying for a powder that isn't even in the bottle. Okay, so wasting money stinks, but this is where things get genuinely dangerous. An analysis of the FDA's own data found that over a 9-year period, 776 different supplements were found secretly spiked with hidden, unlisted pharmaceutical drugs. And we're not talking about harmless fillers here. We're talking about banned weight loss drugs, synthetic anabolic steroids, drugs for erectile dysfunction, and dangerous synthetic stimulants. These are potent compounds that can cause serious side effects and even organ damage, and people have no idea they're taking them. All right, I know that all sounds pretty bleak, but here's the good news. You are not powerless. That confusion you feel when you're staring at a wall of supplements, that's there by design. But you can cut right through the noise. This is where you take back control. I'm going to give you a simple 3-step protocol to turn yourself into a supplement detective. First things first, you have to become a label detective. This is all about basic quality control, just verifying that what's supposed to be in the bottle is actually in the bottle. So the single most important thing you can do is flip that bottle over and look for a seal from an independent third-party certifier. These organizations actually test the products to make sure what's on the label is what's inside. The big 3, the most reputable ones, are NSF, USP, and Informed Sport. Now, this doesn't guarantee a product will work, but it's a critical first step to ensure it's clean and accurately labeled. Next, you need to be really skeptical of anything that says proprietary blend. This is a classic marketing trick where companies hide the exact amount of each ingredient. Why? Often it's to hide something called fairy dusting, where they include a cool-sounding ingredient in a tiny, useless amount just so they can put it on the label. If a company isn't being transparent with you, you just shouldn't trust them, period. Okay, so you've vetted the label, it's got a third-party seal, and it's not hiding behind a proprietary blend. Great. Step 2 is all about gathering your own intelligence. You cannot, I repeat, cannot rely on a manufacturer's marketing claims. Their job is to sell you something, not to give you an unbiased scientific education. You need to find independent, high-quality evidence. And that means going to reputable sources, like Google Scholar, Cochrane Reviews, or the NIH's Office of Dietary Supplements. Look for human clinical trials, and ask yourself some basic questions. Was this study done on humans or mice? How many people were in it? Was it the gold standard, a randomized controlled trial? Finally, we get to the most important part. Because after all the research and label checking, the only thing that really matters is this. Does the supplement actually work for you? This is where you run your own personal experiment. But you've got to be smart about it. Otherwise, the placebo effect can easily fool you. The process is super simple. 1. Introduce only one new supplement at a time. This is absolutely critical. 2. Establish a baseline. For something like energy levels, track how you feel for a solid week before you even start taking it. 3. Track your data consistently for at least 2 to 3 months. And then 4. Evaluate. Is there a clear, obvious, meaningful improvement? If the answer is maybe or I think so, you're probably just wasting your money. And this doesn't need to be some complicated spreadsheet. A simple journal on your phone, rating your energy or sleep quality on a 1 to 10 scale each day is all you need. This gives you actual data to look back on. You're moving from just feeling like something works to knowing if it does. Ultimately, this whole process is about putting the power back where it belongs, in your hands. So the real question is, which are you going to be? A passive consumer who just trusts the marketing, or an empowered detective who demands proof? And let's be clear, the goal here isn't to take 0 supplements. Not at all. It's to take the right supplements for the right reasons and to do it smartly, all while remembering that no pill or powder on earth can ever replace the true fundamentals: a healthy diet, consistent exercise, and quality sleep. If you feel empowered by today's knowledge, hit that like button. And even better, subscribe to the Reboot Body channel right now. Subscribing is your commitment to continuous optimization. Don't miss out on the tools you need to upgrade your biology every single week. Thanks for watching. It's time to truly reboot body for peak performance.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.